The college basketball season officially here, and we're here in Bowling Green, Kentucky, as we bring you Conference USA basketball on ESPN+. It's WKU welcoming Tennessee Tech inside historic EA Diddle Arena. I'm Tyler Eaton, joined courtside by Greg Davis. Greg, this is an old conference rivalry being renewed. These two teams have met over 100 times in their storied history, and I know both of them hungry to get out there and start this season.
Hey, and don't forget, John Oldham began his coaching career at Tennessee Tech. Later on, he came to WKU to be the head coach.
And now this court that we sit at, named after one John Oldham. But his Hilltopper is going to have a tall task today. Both teams, Greg, with a lot of newcomers. One returner for Tennessee Tech, Makai Cameron. They're going to look to him for some scoring and perhaps more efficiency than last season before he got injured.
He's their most consistent player. If you would look at, for the Hilltoppers tonight, you'd probably look at Tegan Moore. Tegan had a great game against UAB, 26 points. He really led them in scoring, did a lot of great things, rebounding as well for the Hilltoppers.
That was a 2-point win in an exhibition on the road for WKU last week. These two teams, Greg, we'll talk about it as we go on, lived and died by the three-pointer a lot last season, but Tennessee Tech in particular, they were one of the worst defensive teams in the OVC, but when they held teams under 70, which they only did it in conference, they were 7-1 last year. They got to find a way to play some D tonight.
Very important for Coach Pelfrey's team to play good defense tonight. Maybe that's why he has 13 new players on the roster.
WKU, meanwhile, last season, they were at their best when they moved the basketball. 10-0 when recording 14 or more assists as a team. Most of their returners are in the backcourt, but somebody's going to have to step up and facilitate as we get this one underway. Second-year head coach Hank Plona leading the Hilltoppers after a 17-15 campaign last season, coming off of heading to the NCAA tournament under now Oklahoma State head coach Steve Lutz. Plona, an assistant on that staff. And then on the other side, Tennessee Tech under seventh-year head coach John Pelfrey. All-American at Kentucky, was on the receiving end of the shot from Christian Leitner in the Elite Eight. I think both teams looking for a little magic akin to that as we get this one underway from Diddle Arena. The season officially begins for both sides. Ty Owens will handle the point guard duties for Tennessee Tech, and this one the 6-foot junior transferring in from Polk College. He's got it on the right wing, now sends it into the corner, then gets it right back. Left side first touch for Jacoby Whitted. We're going to have a lot to say about that star freshman, the fourth-rated player out of Alabama. Driving in from the left elbow, Juwan Nichols. Back outside Whitted, they go to Nichols again. He's one-on-one in the post with Cada. WKU brings help. Ball on the floor. Right side Trey, off the heel, no. Rebound batted and finally collected by WKU.
Great defensive possession, first time down.
Jack Edlin has it for the Hilltoppers, one of two WKU players that played last year in this starting lineup. Blaze Cada, the other one down low with a right-handed hook, missed it, and it's pulled down by Owens. Left side Cameron, he's one of the two players that played last year in the starting five for Tennessee Tech. The other one, Juwan Nichols. Setting up for the screen up top. Owens denies it, goes to Nichols, over his head, collected in the corner. Here comes Muntu. His runner, good. Muntu, the transfer, coming in after a couple of years at Western Michigan. He had a team-high 14 in their exhibition loss to Belmont.
Hey, he played a great game against Belmont. Very good at dribble penetration.
And here's Tegan Moore, back officially from injury for WKU after missing all of last season. He led the Hilltoppers to a 2-point exhibition win their last time out against UAB and was absolutely stellar in that game, 26 points. Hackman, step back three, left side, off the mark, and Tennessee Tech pulls it down.
That's going to be big in the game tonight. 3-point shooting for both teams. Both struggled during the exhibition season.
Tennessee Tech led the OVC in three-pointers made last season. WKU was in the top half of Conference USA, but they were stellar here at home, making nearly 10 per game as that one is off. And here come the Hilltoppers the other way. Both teams struggling to find it from outside. Moore handles it off the screen from Cada, left elbow, double pump, and he makes the J anyway.
That guy's an offensive machine. If he gets it rolling, watch out for the Hilltoppers.
Down low shot affected by Cada, got a hand on it. Here comes Moore the underway, the red short sophomore from Owen County. here in Kentucky. Drives in, slips through, goes left hand to right and fouled. He'll go to the line, and as much as he can do from outside, whether it be the three-point shot or the mid-range, he really excels, Greg, at getting to the free throw line.
Absolutely. Great from deep in the court, and he can get to the foul line as well. As you see here, sees the opening, and then we see the contact there. Now he goes to the line for two.
First of these two misses short. Had a career-high 22 a couple years ago against Louisiana Tech, and to that point in that game went 10 for 12 from the free throw line. Averaged just over 6 points per game as a freshman in that 23-24 season. Second one up, good, and the Hilltoppers take an early 3-2 lead.
Looks like Hank Plona's going to the bench pretty quick here in this game after 2.5 minutes.
And both teams with just, again, 3 players returning that played last year. You've got to figure going to play a lot of guys to figure out what the rotation's going to look like. Edlin leaves it off. Moore right side, contact at the rim, and he'll go to the line for 2 more.
Great recognition by Edlin. Noticing the opening man. Moore going to the basket, as you see here. Great recognition, pass, hits him in stride, and again going to the foul line for 2.
Edlin averaged under an assist per game last year, but really you figure is going to be looked at as the lead playmaker for this WKU team this season.
Does a great job of getting control of the ball, passing, and he stays away from turnovers. That's the main thing. It's a good floor general for the Hilltoppers.
Makai Turner checks in, the 6'8" big for Tennessee Tech for the first time, transferring in from Kennesaw State. In-conference opponent, but didn't see the Hilltoppers last year.
You know, first two exhibition
going to come in too.
First 2 exhibition games, the coaches emptied their benches. Here, I think we're going to see a tighter rotation in this game.
Moore's second free throw good, make it 5-2 WKU, and it's Tegan Moore with all 5 for the Hilltoppers. That unsurprising when you look back at that exhibition win last week against UAB.
And that was a great win on the road against the tough Andy Kennedy team. I don't care if it was an exhibition game. That's a tough place to go into.
Florence has it up top, had it knocked away, gets it back, sends it right corner, ball fake, drive back out Florence. Owens wants it in the corner, finally gets it, fires up the 3, and it's good.
Hank Plona's not going to be happy seeing the player that wide open for the Golden Eagles. That's one thing he talked about, putting pressure at the 3-point line.
Owens was a 37% three-point shooter, 44% three-point shooter with 37 made last year at Polk College. Right side all the way to the rack, and it's denied. Hackman had it swatted away, and here comes Tennessee Tech the other way. They have numbers. Right wing drive. Here comes the freshman Whitted all the way to the rack. Foul called, and he'll get 2 free throws. The first scoring opportunity for the 3-star Jacoby Whitted, who had 12 points in their first exhibition win, 10, and a couple of 3-pointers made in the loss to Belmont.
I think a few of the fans wanted traveling called there. Whitted's very talented player.
He was a highly coveted player, had a couple offers within WKU's conference, CUSA, Kennesaw State, Jacksonville State. Ultimately chose to come here and play for Coach Pelfrey in Tennessee Tech as he gets his first official collegiate point, and Tennessee Tech is back in the lead.
He is definitely a player to watch in the OVC this coming season.
Ryan Myers comes in for the first time. Spent 2 years at Iona, one at Indian Hills then with Hank Plona when he was the head coach there, having his incredible 225-35 run over 8 years at Indian Hills. Then after a couple of years at Western Illinois, now Myers ends up at WKU. Free throw missed, finally controlled by Moore, and we're in a 1-point game here, Tennessee Tech up by a point. Drive all the way to the rack, and the floater good for Terrian Murdix. All the Hilltopper fans, and I know Murdix in particular, happy to see him on the floor. Missed the last 2 seasons due to injury after a stellar run at Texas A&M Corpus Christi with Steve Lutz.
Hey, he's done a tremendous job to get back. Not too many guys come back from 2 years being out, and he's done a tremendous job to get back and get ready.
Noah Boyd drives, lost it on the hip, got it back, and his runner is good.
You got to love that. He stayed with the play, he almost turned it over, stayed with it, and got the deuce.
Spent 3 years at McCook Community College, a year at LSU, now lands at WKU after playing just 5 games last season, coming back from his own ACL injury, and all of a sudden WKU up 9-6. Ball goes down low. Mekhi Turner, he has it knocked away. Here comes Moore. No numbers. He doesn't care. All the way to the rack. Runner, no. Batted around. It's collected down low, and the putback good for Bryant Silabonge.
Great offensive rebound by Silabonge. Right place, right time.
He's been on quite the journey as well. Ball down low, knocked out of bounds, and that, with the foul call, will bring us to our first break. It has been up and down. You would expect nothing less between these two teams. WKU going to play with pace. Tennessee Tech going to have to find a way to keep up with it. 11-6, the Hilltoppers lead it at our first media timeout.
Being strong.
11-6, WKU leading it over Tennessee Tech. We're just under 5 minutes into this one inside EA Diddle Arena. Tyler Eaton and Greg Davis with you courtside as the Hilltoppers, a storied program, over 1,900 wins all time. This matchup between two teams with over 1,000 with what they've been able to do in their program. Mentioned it in the intro, these two teams have met over 100 times. Used to be rivals in the OVC. This meeting number 104, WKU leading the series dominantly. 83-20 up to this point. The last matchup back in 2020, the Hilltoppers won 88-68 inside Diddle Arena. As we come back, going to be free throws on the way for Mekhi Turner, one of 5 players on this Tennessee Tech roster from Atlanta. That has turned into a recruiting hotbed for Coach Pelfrey and the Golden Eagles as his first of these two rattles off no good.
WKU on a 6-0 run here, the last minute 7, so let's see if they can maintain that. They've done a very good job of pressing, putting a lot of pressure on the Golden Eagles.
The Kennesaw State transfer, Turner can't break up the run, and here comes WKU the other way. Ball in the hand on the right side of Ryan Myers, who has plenty of experience against this Tennessee Tech team. We'll dive into that as we go on. Now it goes on the right side back to Murdix. Top of the key, three-pointer on the way from Myers. Off the heel, no. Skying rebound for Armello Boone. Keeps it alive. Second try, misses as well for Myers. He's not going to be shy. And here comes Tennessee Tech the other way. Baseline, Florence wraps it around. It was a nice find, but it was juggled, and Turner couldn't hold on. Murdix, right side. Swings it over to the left wing. Myers slashes in, and this time gets the scoop layup to go.
What a great job by Murdix. Finding the open guy, Myers put it in, went up strong.
13-6 WKU. The run continues. Murdix in his last healthy season in 2022-23 averaged 5.5 assists per game.
He's a great floor general. He's only going to get better the healthier he gets.
Turnover sends it back as we'll take another look at the foul up top. I think it was away from the camera shot. Didn't quite get the angle there on it, but regardless, WKU basketball with a 7-point lead. Armello Boone, the freshman from Lexington, played at Woodford County High School, brings it up, drops it off to a slashing Silabonge. Can't finish, but he'll have 2 more free throws. The Hilltoppers have been very aggressive with getting to the line. These will already be attempts number 5 and 6.
Great job at getting to the rack there. They've been attacking ever since the beginning of the game. Now it comes down to knocking down your free throws.
This is the 6th school for Bryant Silabonge in total. The last 3 before WKU, Tulsa, Arizona State, and then McNeese State was on that team last year that ended up picking up a win in the NCAA tournament. Really peaked with Tulsa, averaged 12 points, 9 rebounds per game in the 2022-23 season. Comes to WKU with over 600 career points and over 550 career rebounds. As the second free throw goes, Greg, that's really where they need the help, is that rebounding department.
Absolutely. Hank Plone has done a good job of putting together a really deep team this season, and he's got a tremendous amount of rebounding out there.
Ball goes onto the baseline. Danny Pounds tries a jumper, misses long, and once again it goes into the hands of Myers as he pushes it on the break, floats it up, and it's over the head of Silabonge. Couldn't catch up to that one, and the Hilltoppers turn it over.
Myers got a little bit anxious on that, needed to pull it out when it wasn't there.
Kim Payne brings it up. The 6'6 junior coming off of 2 years at Georgia Highlands College. Top of the key. Grant Slatton, one of those few returners. Back on the right side, Pounds gets inside, lost it on the spin. Another Tennessee Tech turnover. Murdix falls down but bats it right back. And here come the Hilltoppers. Boone collects it right wing, drives, kicks right corner. Ball fake all the way to the rack. Contested layup, no good for Newell, but he'll have 2 free throws.
Great job by Newell with the pump fake in the corner here. As you'll see coming up, pump fake. Defender jumped on it, went straight to the rack, gets fouled, he'll have 2.
Newell was extremely aggressive in that win. The latest exhibition for WKU last Wednesday, 78-76 against UAB. Took 14 shots, only made 2 of them from the field, but Coach Plona made it clear that they want him to be very involved offensively as the first free throw falls after Newell spent a couple of years at Cal and one at North Texas, started all 36 games for the Mean Green last year.
Very athletic player, great rebounder. Tremendous job in the UAB game in rebounding. To go in there and out-rebound UAB was something else last week when they played.
17-6, the WKU lead now is ballooned all the way up to 11. Kim Payne holds it up top, gives it up at the elbow, gets it right back, being pressured tightly up top by Myers. Onto the right side, Florence wraps around to the elbow. Stuck, needs help, sends it back up top. Payne, under 10 on the shot clock. Double team comes, swings it over on the right side. Slatton, wild jumper from the left elbow, fouled, gets the bounce, and 1.
What a shot. On a scale from 1 to 10 on the difficulty scale, that was about a 10, I tell you. Look at the replay. Fading away, gets the arm hit, and gets the deuce. Great concentration.
I think Slatton would tell you that it was a 12 out of 10 because it broke up the 12-0 run that WKU was on before that point.
Hey, WKU's played some tremendous defense in the early going there.
Slatton misses the free throw long. The redshirt senior in his 4th year at Tennessee Tech after a year at Ole Miss as a freshman. Tennessee native from Sparta. Does make it 17-8 with the jumper. Myers wraps off the screen from Keita. Surveys, goes back up top. Now it goes into the left corner. Down low, Keita. One-on-one, but kicks it out. Under 10 on the shot clock. Drive and a bump called up top as Newell took contact far away from the basket.
Looks like Slatton got him here on the replay.
That's the 6th already on Tennessee Tech too, Greg.
There you go. Holding there. Made contact.
Newell inbound. It goes to Keita up top. Right side, Myers. Trying off the screen to get Cam Hafner open. Missed the 3-pointer. Tip no good. Batted around, and it'll be Tennessee Tech ball as the Golden Eagles let it go. That was designed all the way for Hafner, the sharpshooter coming in from Evansville.
And he can shoot the 3-point play. His dad was a great player for the University of Evansville.
Set his high school season record for 3-pointers made. Then was the OVC offensive, or the freshman of the year when he was at Eastern Illinois before going to Evansville. Made 47 3-pointers last year. And another turnover here for Tennessee Tech. Here comes WKU the other way. Hafner has it on the wing, dribbles around the free throw line, and they'll set up the half-court offense. Boone, the freshman, back to Hafner, being pressured tightly, and goes back up top to Myers. And he's bumped up top. That foul called on C.J. McPherson, the transfer from Virginia Beach. And after we come back from the break, WKU already in the bonus with 11:30 left to go in this opening half. All Hilltoppers so far, 17-8. They lead it over Tennessee Tech in this season opener from Diddle Arena.
Being strong.
Back with the inside Diddle Arena, Tennessee Tech trailing WKU 17-8, playing on the road in this opener. The Golden Eagles under 7th-year head coach John Pelfrey's got plenty of head coaching experience. 16 years overall was the head coach at South Alabama, then at Arkansas after his excellent playing career at the University of Kentucky. for his career, 215 wins. As a head coach, a bit more experience, at least at the D1 level, than Hank Plona on the other side. Greg, the second-year head coach at WKU, had so much success that we talked about earlier at Indian Hills at the JUCO level. Was one of 16 finalists for the Joe B. Hall Award for top first-time D1 head coach last season. But you know he really wants to build on that 17 and 15 mark from a year ago. And
he's put together a tremendous roster this year. They could go small, they could press, they could go large. He's got a lot of flexibility with this roster.
As we come out of the timeout, Ryan Myers with a 1-1 makes the first of two. Myers 13 points per game at Western Illinois last season in his second of 2 years there. This is actually his fourth career matchup against Tennessee Tech. He's been in double figures the previous three, scored 21 the first time they faced off last year, and then 16 in their regular season finale. Here he makes both free throws, and the Hilltopper lead is back into double digits. Left corner, Tennessee Tech gets a clean look for three, and that's the second one they've buried from that left corner. It's C.J. McPherson, who was a 45% three-point shooter at the JUCO level. That was sixth best of players like him that hit at least 90 threes, Greg.
Hey, 45% is tremendous from three-point range, and he showed you there why he's good.
And Myers answers from the right corner. He's starting to heat up.
I'll tell you what, there's a guy who's got a lot of talent. I know Hank Plona was very excited to have him coming in from Western Illinois.
Over 1,000 points for his career already as he comes to WKU. Owens whips it out from the free throw line off the drive. It's lost, and another turnover committed. McPherson lost it. Left side, Boone, the freshman from Lexington. He gets inside. Left side, right hand, no good. Keita can't control it, and the rebound is dragged down by McPherson.
WKU's been able to get to the rack anytime they've wanted this game so far.
Owen Bernardo tries the three. That one off the mark. This team led the OVC in three-pointers made last year, but they lost 92% of their made threes from last season. Here comes Owens off the turnover. Left-handed layup. No! WKU able to clear. It seems like there's a bit of a lid on that Tennessee Tech rim right now.
I thought there might be a little goaltending called there possibly. WKU got away with it.
Newell fakes, fires, got the jump, gets the contact, and Grant Newell will go to the line for two more free throws.
You see the replay here. Newell not afraid to put his head down and go inside. The first time he did that earlier, he went to the free throw line. Now he's going to go the second time. Very physical ball player who's not afraid to mix it up underneath.
First free throw rattles around and falls. Newell really started out on a trajectory at Cal that it seemed like he might be headed for the NBA in a year or two there. Averaged 8 points per game as a freshman at a season high and career high 21 while he was there with the Golden Bears. Second season wasn't quite as good as the first, and I know after that point he was frustrated and really looking to turn it around here at WKU after starting every game at North Texas. He makes it 24-11 at the free throw line. Left side, Muntu back in, sends it into the left corner. This time the three-pointer no good, but Muntu chases it down up top after the miss from Makai Cameron. He gets it on the left wing, trying to get around Tegan Moore. Help comes. Now it goes back outside. Clean look for Bernardo from the left wing. No good long, and the rebound pulled down by Newell.
Tell you what, WKU's a very physical team underneath.
Newell right elbow jumper, no, and here comes Tennessee Tech the other way. Quickly they work it to Bernardo. Lost it on the hop. Foul called on the contact. I think they're going to get it for free throws. Oh no, now they're going to set it up down low. They're going to say that the foul was against number 2, LJ Hackman. I thought at first they were signaling for 2 free throws, and I couldn't believe it, but the foul instead against number 2 Hackman. Owens takes the baseline inbound, quickly into Muntu. He fires up the jumper and rattles it home off the bounce.
There's a guy you got to watch, because if he gets hot, he can get his team right back into this game. Tremendous shooter.
Moore can't convert. Ball still on the floor. Finally up with it for WKU as Boyd. Now lifts it back outside on the wrap. Here comes Hafter, and he stepped out of bounds on the baseline. Tennessee Tech now 3 for 9 from outside. WKU just 1 for 5 from deep, but of the 24 points they've got on the board, 11 from free throws. They're 11 for 12 at the charity stripe.
All from going to the basket. It's been there all night for WKU.
Biggest thing so far, the turnovers. 7 for Tennessee Tech. Now 3 for WKU. The freshman, Whitted, drives in, sends it out left corner. But before the shot, another one of those turnovers as Cameron had that back foot on the sideline. Would have been another wide open look for 3, but instead turnover number 8.
You can tell these turnovers are just absolutely driving Coach Pelfrey crazy. You got to be able to take care of the ball. That's been the difference in the game so far, Tyler.
Louisville native Edlin brings it up, puts it up top. Boyd thought about the jumper instead, now sends it over into the hands of Simona in for the first time, and now we get an offensive foul against WKU, gives it right back to Tennessee Tech. I'm still going to introduce Louis Simona because he gets to have his introduction. Comes in after 2 years at Stonehill, averaged 13.2 points per game, was a second-team player in the Northeast Conference. Foul was called as Boyd was battling to seal everybody off.
Offensive foul on Boyd.
Guy Cameron wraps up top, trying to get around Simona, does so, but the help comes. Drops it off, and there's a poster! Danny Pounds pounded that one home. And if Tennessee Tech needed a spark, that might just light the fire.
Absolutely. That can motivate his teammates. Talk about taking it to the rack and everybody clearing out, Tyler.
How about a day one, dun-a-nut, dun-a-nut?
It was up, up, and away.
Cuts the WKU lead 8 as the Hilltoppers have gotten sloppy with the turnovers as well. Here comes Ty Owens, wraps it up top. Top of the key 3, missed short by Cameron, but the rebound batted up, and Muntu comes down with it. Gives it off to Cameron. Right side has the isolation against Edlin. Now posts him up on the block. Shovels it out back to Muntu. He's being hounded over there by Hackman. 8 on the shot clock. Step back jumper heavily contested, and it's way off from Pounds. Here comes Hackman up top. Right side. Throws it up with the right hand. That was well defended all the way by Cameron, and the shot is off the mark. Here comes Ty Owens between the legs dribble. Step back off the screen. Off long, rebounded by Tegan Moore.
Hilltoppers need to be a little bit more patient this time down the court.
Moore denies the screen from ODI. He goes to the rack, wanted the contact, no call. And here comes Tech the other way. Both teams stalling a bit. Cameron wants to change it. Goes inside against Moore. 1-on-3, pushed it long, and it's rebounded by Simona. I think both teams getting a little sped up right now.
Too much 1-on-5 going on right now, Tyler.
Both teams shooting 33% from the floor, and that was a huge issue for WKU last year, one of the worst shooting teams in Conference USA. Odiahi down low, blocking foul called as he was driving into the body of Pounds. And that'll bring us to another media break, and will bring WKU back to the free throw line where they have made themselves at home, and that's been the difference. 11 for 12 at the stripe in a 24-16 game. The Hilltoppers leading the Golden Eagles and meeting number 104 all time. 24-16, WKU leading it over Tennessee Tech inside Diddle Arena. Tyler Eaton joined courtside by Greg Davis. Greg, this game has featured a lot of running up and down, a lot of contact on both sides, a lot of newcomers for both sides, one of those being Ryan Myers for WKU, 7 points leading the way so far for the Hilltoppers.
Hey, Ryan Myers, 7 points. He leads both teams. He's performing at a plus 13 right now, Tyler, so he's played a great game up to now.
2 for 4 from the field, 1 for 3 from outside, has made 2 of those 11 free throws for the Hilltoppers so far. As really the game plan has been on every rebound, Greg. Take that ball and push it to the rack as fast as possible.
Both teams are really struggling from the floor here, unfortunately, in the first half.
Leroy Odiahi makes the first of now 2 free throws. Hilltoppers will be in the double bonus for the remainder of this first half. Odiahi, the grad transfer who was with Coach Plona at Indian Hills for a couple of years. Went to Old Dominion, played for WKU. One of those few returners from last season, averaged 2 points, just under 3 rebounds per game. Knocks down both free throws to extend the Hilltopper lead back into double figures at 10. Cada comes in to replace him after the free throw make. It was those two rotating down there at center for the Hilltoppers last year's. Jaquavian Florence rotates on the spin move and then makes the 8-foot jumper.
Hey, Florence, good job being patient. Gets an easy shot close to the rim. That'll get your shooting percentage up quickly.
First bucket for Florence. Cuts it right back down to 8. Cada on the block. One-on-one, now sends it back outside to the freshman Boone. He gets all the way to the rack, scoops around everyone, and Boone has his first official bucket as a Hilltopper.
What a move by Boone, taking it to the rack strong. Saw the seam, easy two.
Ty Owens walks it up. He's been out there most of the game, has played the most of anyone on the Tennessee Tech side. Three-pointer to show for it so far. Out to McPherson, gets it back. Now they go down low to Nichols. Juwan Nichols, the junior. Flips it out right side. Three-pointer, Florence. Long, rebound pulled down by WKU. And the Bowling Green native, Cade Unsold, back from injury, making his debut after being a state champion in Kentucky with the local Warren Central Dragons. Another foul called, and 2 more free throws on the way for the Hilltoppers.
Once again, Myers with the ball. Picks up the foul. He's going to have 2. He's done a tremendous job tonight, controlling the ball, passing, and scoring.
First foul called against the star freshman Whitted. Quiet night for the 3-star prospect. Just a point, 0 for 1 from the field, couple of rebounds. Does have a block as well as Myers makes the first free throw. Quickly on his way to making it 4 for 4 in his career against Tennessee Tech in double figures. Going back to his time at Western Illinois. And it's 30-18 Hilltoppers. They push that lead back out to 12. Tennessee Tech has gone on a couple runs, but not really able to break through late here in the first half.
Hey, the Hall of Fame coach Bob Knight said the last 5 minutes and first 5 of the second half are the most important of the game.
What a find from Whitted as he's able to connect as Owen slashes through from the right side. And there you see the potential from Whitted. He was described as a point forward, and that was point forward vision.
He can play so many different positions. Very talented freshman.
Bounce pass onto the block. Cada drives around the baseline. Double team comes. He has it swatted away by Nichols. Here comes Tech the other way. Whitted posts up, shovels it back to Florence. All the way to the rim. Up high, foul called. And perhaps this is the run, as Florence will head to the line for 2 free throws. Now Tennessee Tech in the bonus. That's the 6th foul on WKU.
It's the same thing that happened in the Belmont game with Tennessee Tech. You think they're out of it, and here they come back. They get a hot streak.
Lost that game 74-70. Led it late, and the Belmont just went on a huge run, 13 straight to put that game on ice. For a team welcoming in 13 newcomers, only 3 returners, only 2 of which played in the OVC tournament last season because of the early season injury to Makai Cameron. Free throws good, and again that lead down to 8. That's been the magic number. Tennessee Tech has gotten it there a couple times. Quietly
Brought it back to 8, and plenty of time left in the first half with 4.5 left.
Boone over to Newell. He's wide open for 3. Knew it was off, tried to chase it down, but it went to the opposite side. And Tech has it in the hands of Jakim Payne. Gives it off to Florence. Behind the back dribble. Isolated on that wing. Goes right at Newell. Slip. Crowd wanted to travel. No called. Instead of 3 from the left side. Banged home by Whitted. And WKU takes a timeout. There's the breakthrough. And the lead is down to 5. Jacoby Whitted with his first career triple for Tennessee Tech. Made a couple in that exhibition we just talked about against Belmont. They've got high hopes for him, high hopes for the season, and a lot of it is going to hang on how the final 4:06 of this first half goes. WKU's lead down to 5, a 7-0 run for Tennessee Tech over the last 57 seconds of game time, fueled by one of those 13 newcomers and perhaps the one they're most excited about, freshman Jacoby Whitted coming in from Birmingham, Alabama.
As you can see here, Whitted gets wide open. I'm sure Hank Plona wasn't happy about him getting that wide open because one of the keys I know was to stop him. Very athletic player. He can get his shot just about any time he wants, either going to the rack or from three-point range.
And for a team that lost 92% of their 9.7 threes per game last year, that led the OVC 34th in the country, all of a sudden 4 for 14 from three-point range. WKU, Greg, not quite that high of a number. They still averaged over 8 per game and were incredible here at home, averaging nearly 10 per game inside Diddle Arena last year. As you can see, just 1 for 6 from deep so far in the ball game. The freshman trying to get the answer is Boone. No good, down low, grown man's rebound, but no make for Silabonge. He can't stop the Tennessee Tech run, and here come the Golden Eagles. Right side, quick trigger three. That one a heat check for Whitted, no good. And the rebound unable to be saved. Or do they say, no, they get a foul down there fighting for the rebound, and Tennessee Tech will get a 1-and-1 situation here.
Looked like there's some holding going on there. That might have been it. I think that was it.
Turner was fighting with Cade Unsold.
WKU stone cold from the field right now. One of the last 10. Tennessee Tech on a 7-0 run here, last minute 22, Tyler.
So it'll be one opportunity for Mekhi Turner. That one misses and can't take advantage. That's been the biggest difference by far in this game, the free throw department. Tennessee Tech now 3 for 8. WKU 15 for 16. Up top, Unsold, catch and shoot three, had it blocked. Once again, it was Whitted making the play, his second block of the game. Up top, crossover dribble. Florence inside, leaves it off, and it's batted away. Quick hands to knock it away from Turner, and another turnover for Tennessee Tech. Murdoch's back in, holds it on the right side, swings it up to Unsold. Looking down low, and they do get it to Silabonge. Drives in, contact, no call, keeps it, missed the bunny first, got the rebound and put it back up and in.
Great play by Silabonge.
You nailed it.
Hey, missed the shot, and he stayed with it, put it back in, got the easy deuce.
Coach Belfry takes a timeout with 2:56 left in this opening half. We're going to stay here in a 32-25 ball game. Silabonge led McNeese State last year with a 64% field goal percentage on that team that knocked out Clemson in the opening round of the NCAA tournament. 3.7 points, 4.3 rebounds per game. And I mentioned this earlier, Greg, that's going to be the number one thing that WKU needs, not just from him, but realistically, they're going to have to find it everywhere on this team. Rebounding was such an issue for WKU last year. They were 312th in the country in rebounding margin, despite the fact that they were 12th in the country in defensive rebounding in particular. And so far, big number for the Hilltoppers, winning the rebound battle 21-17 in this game.
Hey, like I said, they out-rebounded a tough UAB team last week in that exhibition. Tonight, rebounding very well so far. Great timeout by Coach Pelfrey there. He was not going to let this game get away. And as soon as they got the easy offensive rebound, WKU, he called a timeout. Great timeout on his part.
Out of the break, here comes Jaquavian Florence bringing it up. Had 5 points in that exhibition loss to Belmont. Stuck on the free throw line. Now they work it into the corner. Another try for Whitted. That one rattles off. No, pulled down by Silabonge. Murdoch's left wing. Silabonge sets the screen. Now it goes down low, pass deflected for Moore. Still got it into the corner. The freshman drives in. Acrobatic layup, no good on the first try for Boone. But the second try put up, back and in. Again, it's Silabonge.
Once again, Silabonge, right place, right time for the easy deuce. Great offensive rebounder.
Goes into the right corner to McPherson. He slices in. His runner no good. WKU has done a good job of not fouling around the rim on those contested layups, and Murdoch's is bumped as he brings it down the left side by McPherson.
The foul is on the Eagles, number 13, C.J. McPherson. His second.
There you go. Murdoch's clearly gets fouled. He's done a good job of controlling the tempo and the ball when he's been in the game tonight.
Murdix, in just 5 minutes of play, has picked up a couple fouls, but while he's been out there, 2 points, 3 rebounds, and an assist as well. Was fantastic at Texas A&M Corpus Christi before missing the last 2 seasons with injury. Was the Southland Conference Defensive Player of the Year, a Southland first team selection in the 2022-23 season, led the league in assists and steals that year.
Hey, he's definitely a top-notch point guard. And like I said, he's coming back from an injury. He's been out for 2 years, hasn't really played in a big game. This is his first regular season game in 2 years.
Looks to be in pretty good game shape, if you ask me, as he makes the second free throw. Will check out. Ryan Myers comes back in.
Back up to 10. Hank Plona encouraging his troops over there.
Cameron, left side, gives it up to Slatton. Right back to Cameron. Off the dribble, goes right at the freshman Boone. It's blocked from behind by Silabonge, but a foul called on the initial contact against Armello Boone.
Tell you what, if you're going to go to the rack on the Hilltoppers, you're going to get put on the ground.
Yeah.
Definitely. You see that, you are going to be put on the ground. Very physical team.
That's one thing you can count on carrying over, despite the lack of players that carried over from last year. That's exactly how WKU played defensively last season. It was quite the paradox because they gave up a lot of points. They were 9th in Conference USA in points allowed per game, despite the fact that they were 3rd in field goal percentage against them at just 41%. Second free throw rattles off. Tennessee Tech just unable to buy him at the line right now. Now 4 for 10. Lead is 9. Boone brings it across, gets a screen from Silabonge. Up top of the electric Myers.
Good movement in the offense here. This is where you need to be patient.
Silabonge attacks, wraps, no good, but fouled down low by Jawan Nichols. And Ty Owens, after the play, came up and gave a little demonstration of how he's got to stay straight up. Came down with those arms a little bit there.
Coach Pelfrey not happy about that call.
What a game for Silabonge. 8 points, 7 rebounds, 4 of them offensive. For a team last year that was tied for 274th nationally in offensive rebounding a year ago. Bring in a guy in Silabonge that averaged a couple of offensive rebounds per game last season. He's already doubled that number tonight, and now with the free throws, he's got the lead up to 11.
Hey, you got to have a guy out there who's willing to do the dirty work, and he's a great offensive rebounder and defensive rebounder.
Nichols up top off the pass from Slatton, waiting for somebody to come and get it. Owens does, now goes to Makai Cameron. Back to Owens, into the left corner. All alone for 3 is Slatton. From backside of the rim, rebound fought for, falling down with it was Silabonge. He thought there was a push, doesn't get the call. And instead the travel call will keep it with Tennessee Tech with 1:09 left in the half.
There you can see in the corner. Fighting for the ball there.
I don't know if Coach Plona going to be pleased with all the open threes given up. How about a jam off the oop? Another highlight play. This time it's Nichols.
Up and away, Nichols.
Boy, these Eagles can soar, can't they?
Hey, great set play there. Wide open. Caught WKU napping on the inbounds play.
Off the drive, Silabonge looking for the answer, fading across the lane. What a game for Silabonge. He gets another to go.
Tennessee Tech doesn't have an answer for him right now. He can get to the rack anytime he wants.
He's up to 12 points now. Slatton drives, gives it up on the elbow. Off the drive, hop step, knocked away. Tough to tell who got it. It might have been Silabonge from behind who knocked it off the body of Nichols. Regardless, another turnover for Tennessee Tech. That and the free throws have been by far the biggest story in this game.
So 29 seconds left. Do they play for one here, Tyler? What do you think?
I think they'll hold on to it, and I think we'll get a classic case here. You see Hank Plona over on the sideline. In these situations, Greg, he is very hands-on. He'll have them take a little bit to set it up, and then he'll start directing traffic. He already is. Here he goes moving his guys, telling them to come up and help out Murdix with 10 on the clock. Murdix gets inside. Nobody came up to guard him. Flips it up against the help. Missed it the first time, but he gets it to go on the second. Playing tips by himself. The half-court heave, no good, and WKU extends the lead going into halftime off the horse shot from Murdix.
Great job by Murdix. Going into the land of the Timbers there, getting his own offensive rebound and putting it back in.
41-28, the Hilltoppers lead it as we go into halftime. We've had highlight plays from both sides. It's been Phi Slamma Jamma for Tennessee Tech in this opening half. Let's get another look at the oop here. My goodness, but it's been all WKU on the scoreboard. Murdix with the final one to put the exclamation point on the opening half. Just about ready to get this second half underway here in Bowling Green with WKU welcoming Tennessee Tech on the opening day of the college basketball season. Tyler Eaton joined by Greg Davis. Before we get to the second half, let's take a look back at some of the highlights from the opening half of play between these two teams. A 13-point lead for WKU, Greg. A lot of that having to do with the effort so far from one Bryant Silabonge, the transfer coming in, and he has done just everything. He's been the best player from a scoring standpoint. He's got 8 rebounds to lead the way as well, and he is just a hustle guy who does everything you need a player to do.
He makes things happen. As soon as the ball comes off the rim, he's going to the rack and looking for the offensive or defensive rebound.
Ty Owens tied for the team lead with 5 points for Tennessee Tech to go along with a couple of assists, a rebound as well. He's a do-it-all player, and they knew that was the case with him coming in. Led Polk College last year in points per game, assists per game, and steals per game. Whether it be from him or one of these 13 other newcomers, a spark is going to have to come, and it really feels like, Greg, that somebody is going to have to take this game over for Tennessee Tech the way that Silabonge took it over for WKU in the first half.
I agree. As you can see, Owens there, a very active player. He can take the ball to the rack, plus he's 1 of 2 from the 3-point range so far. He's done a tremendous job in the first half. Pay attention these first 5 minutes closely. They're going to dictate what's going to happen the rest of the game.
Big thing for Silabonge there, the 4 for 4 at the free throw line, was just a 45% free throw shooter despite shooting 64% from the field last year at McNeese State. Has really found himself a home here. The grad transfer on his 6th school as he lands at WKU, had 9 rebounds in the exhibition win against UAB. He's already got 8 in this game, 4 of them offensive rebounds, over half of the 7 offensive rebounds that WKU have so far in this ball game. They're winning the boards by a margin of 10 early on in this one. Greg, from a Tennessee Tech side of things, what is going to be the biggest key for the Golden Eagles to get back into this game and make it a tight one in the second half?
2 things. You got to take care of the ball much better. They turned the ball over a tremendous amount in the first half. Secondly, they've got to do a much better job rebounding, offensively and defensively, if they want to stay close in this game.
I mentioned how poor WKU was on the boards last year. Tennessee Tech was even worse, an average margin of -4.5. That was in the bottom 40 in the country. They were just like WKU, where they were really good on the defensive boards. They were 3rd in the OVC, but just couldn't get anything on the offensive glass. A team that went 14-5 overall last year when they got at least 35 team rebounds. They're just under halfway there, but WKU with 27 already on the boards. And with that and the free throw shooting, they've got a 13-point lead. Murdix running the point to get the second half started for the Hilltoppers. Gives it over to Myers. He's got 9 points. And here comes the freshman, Armello Boone, all the way to the rack. And WKU picks up right where they left off. Took him just 16 seconds into the second half to draw another foul and get back in position.
See, I love that play by Boone. I mean, we're not going to camp out and shoot a 3-pointer if we can take it to the rack. And we're 18 of 20 from the foul line. Why would you not go to the goal every time? Great decision.
And how about this from Hank Plona to start the second half? A completely different starting lineup. Again, after his bench puts up 32 of the 41 points in the opening half. When you scan the 5 on the floor, there's not a single one out there that started this game for the Hilltoppers.
Just talks to the depth of WKU. That's something we haven't seen a lot tonight. 2 misses at the free throw line.
Makes them 18 for 22 as Owens brings it across. The deficit still at 13 for Tennessee Tech. Owens sends it over left side, off the drive. Cameron lost it, and there's another one of those turnovers. Make it 11 now for the Golden Eagles. Boone aggressive again, spin cycle, reverse layup, no. Out of control, and it's rebounded by Whitted. Goes up ahead, Montu to the rack, finishes with the left hand and cuts it to 11.
See, that ends up being a 4-point play. Bad decision that turns into a turnover that turns into a deuce for the other team.
Murdoch's 5 points, 4 rebounds, 1 assist as he runs the point, holds it in the corner, gets the screen from Silabonge, leaves it for him on the right side but couldn't control it. And it'll go back to Tennessee Tech. WKU had a huge edge in that turnover department, but they've started to pile them up now a bit, up to 7.
I'll tell you what, Hank Plona did not want to see this the first minute of the game. Or the second half, I should say. 2 missed free throws, followed by 2 turnovers.
And incredibly for WKU, 41 points with just 2 assists in this game so far. Montu at the elbow, sends it out to Pounds. Had the huge jam in the first half. Swings it over on the left side. The freshman slicing through, unable to get it to go is Whitted, but the rebound is chased down. Second try 3. Off the heel for Montu, but a third opportunity with another offensive rebound. Cameron will try a 3, and that one swishes home. You can only give this Golden Eagles team so many tries from 3 before they're going to knock one down.
Hey, just unbelievable heart by the Golden Eagles. They're right back in it.
We talked about the rebounding. A couple of offensive rebounds lead to a 3-pointer knockdown. The first one swished home by Makai Cameron, and just like that, the WKU lead down to 8. One possession, they rack up a couple and get a 3-pointer because of the extra hustle. Greg Davis to cut this to an 8-point game.
There you see the offensive rebound to the open player, Cameron there, and the tray.
We highlighted Makai Cameron coming into this game. Was only able to play last year in 6 full games before suffering an injury for Tennessee Tech. In those 6 games, he scored in double figures 3 times. He went scoreless 2 times. Very streaky, but can pour it in. Average 9 per game over that stretch. That was his first triple, and now Tennessee Tech getting ever closer as WKU shifts their lineup. Now 4 of their starters on the floor around Murdoch's.
Let's see what happens these next 3 minutes.
Moore gives it up, now gets it back. Quiet night so far for Tegan Moore after the 26 against UAB in their exhibition last week. This time has it blocked down low. It was Danny Pounds with his 3rd block already of the ball game. Left side, Owens off the fake, sends it out with it. Fakes the three, drives, kicks, another clean look from outside, left short, but another offensive rebound. Off the drive, contested shot, swished home, good, and one. How did Muntu get that to go?
That might be on ESPN. Look at this. Offensive rebound, the foul, and the continuation.
I don't know how he got the shot off before hitting the ground with the contact coming in from Keita. And with that, Blaze Keita is going to come out with his second personal foul. Coach Pona has shown that he likes a rotation of bigs. He did it last year with Keita and ODI. Clearly Noah Boyd, the senior transferring in from LSU, was right into that rotation. They're going to play those three, you figure, around 10, 15 minutes a game and just rotate them in and out. And all of a sudden, the lead down to 5 for WKU. We said somebody was going to have to step up for Tennessee Tech coming into this half. Nobody had more than 5 points. All of a sudden, Muntu's up to 10.
Muntu's a great player. As we said earlier, he had a great game against Belmont in that last exhibition game, their leading scorer. They've really picked up the intensity on the defensive end the last few times down.
Average 5.7 points per game at Western Michigan, made 43 as a 32% shooter. Here comes Newell inside, stops on the block, spins, fade left side, and swishes it home. Pretty looking jumper that time from Grant Newell.
Hey, and Newell was patient. He didn't force it. Kept his composure and gets an easy shot.
Lead up to 7, 43-36. Owens off the handoff, lost it off his knee. Up ahead, LJ Hackman all by himself and jams it home with two hands for safety.
That'll get the crowd behind you. Let's see if the momentum picks up here for the Hilltoppers after that dunk.
First bucket of the game for Hackman, who had the game-winning layup and then blocked shot in that exhibition win over UAB. Trying to spring free and finally getting it is Cameron, guarded by Hackman. Stuck on the free throw line to Whitted. Inside, fakes, corner, mid-range jumper, buried home by Danny Bounds.
They're starting to pick it up with the three-point shot. Tennessee Tech's really picked it up in that category here in the second half.
Tech now shooting 39% from the floor, WKU 37 after both teams were around 35 in the first half. Hilltoppers get inside and find the answer quickly with Murdix.
Great job by Murdix. Defender turned his head. Murdix took advantage of it, took it to the rack for the easy deuce.
He's up to 7 points now, 3 for 4 from the floor. Here's a steal coming the other way. Murdix, crossover dribble, keeps it himself all the way to the rim and fouled from behind. Call it on the floor, so the Hilltoppers will have it underneath.
Here you see Murdix gets the contact.
I think they're a bit bailed out as he was stuck in no man's land, but Bounds went flying like he was trying to jam another one home on that rim like he did in the opening half. WKU able to weather the storm, the lead back up to 9. Under 16 minutes left to go in the ball game from Diddle. A 13-point halftime lead got down to 5, but WKU extending it back out to 9. 47-38, they lead it over Tennessee Tech. The charge for the Golden Eagles in the second half led by Brandon Muntu, the graduate transfer from Western Michigan, who coming into this season had made 76 career field goals. 51 of them had been three-pointers, but Greg tonight, only one of his 4 from outside. He's really been getting it done from inside in this one to help pace this comeback bit.
Very athletic and physical player who can also take it out by the three-point line. He's done a tremendous job so far this evening. It's something else with the shooting. Both teams 14 of 36 from the floor.
And Tennessee Tech just 5 for 20 from outside. WKU's only tried 7 threes, just made 1, but 18 for 22 at the charity stripe. Yet to make a free throw in this second half as Murdix has it up top. Has the mismatch against the big, crosses it over. Looked like a kick, no call, and Bernardo is able to knock it away.
It went off somebody's foot.
Must have been incidental, or that's the ruling here, as Jakim Payne holds it up top. He gets a screen from Whitted, sends it back to the freshman. Now into the left corner, Makai Cameron. Now he's got the mismatch against the big man. Cameron gets inside. He lost it off the foot, and a reach and foul called against LJ Hackman. He can't believe it. He was ready to go off for the races.
There you can see the dribble penetration and then the reach in.
Hackman thought he had it clean. Refs think differently as off the handoff. Now it's sent into the corner. Here comes Montu. Back out to Cameron. 12 on the shot clock. Payne, top of the key. Bernardo gets inside, right hand scoop, no good. Tegan Moore nearly knocked it in to the Tennessee Tech basket. Now recovers it and brings it the other way. Murdoch's inside, huge size mismatch, tried to force it up anyways, but it's well defended all the way that time by Montu.
Tennessee Tech did a very good job on the rebounding end that time.
But they turn it over again in transition. Beautiful sidestep. Newell, though, unable to finish, and it's knocked out of bounds. Will stay with the Hilltoppers on the baseline. Was a great coast-to-coast from Grant Newell, just couldn't find a way to drop it in.
Looked like there's some contact, but there's no foul called on that.
They just floated up, and Newell goes to get at the free throw line. Being pressured tightly out there by Whitted. Now stuck on the elbow, gives it to Murdoch. Crossover dribble, gets around the defender, takes the contact, count it, and the foul against Payne.
What a play. And he has the presence to not panic, put the ball off the glass, and it falls in. Look at that move. Gets him on his hip, count the deuce, goes to the line for the old-fashioned three.
After all those free throws in the first half, we'll see if WKU can connect for the first time in this second half. Missed a couple with Armello Boone earlier. As Murdoch has really taken control of the offense, dictating the pace. They're running everything through him. He's into double figures now with 10 to join Silabonge in that department. The 10 points to go along with 4 boards and assists.
Each time the Golden Eagles make a run, the defensive intensity for Western Kentucky is picked up.
Arnado doesn't take the three. Instead, now it goes up top. Whitted fakes, sends it back over to Florence, who drives, kicks. I think everybody made an extra pass than expected, and Cameron was the one ultimately to fumble it out of bounds.
That one extra pass, a little bit of overpassing there. He had a wide open shot to take. His teammate wasn't expecting it, and another turnover, unfortunately, for the Golden Eagles.
Tegan Moore will inbound, just 1 for 5 with 5 points so far. But WKU hasn't needed too much. They've got a comfortable 12-point lead right now. Hackman gets a screen from Moore. Holds it on the wing, now gives it over to Tegan Moore, guarded by Jaquavian Florence. Down low, lobs it up, it's missed. Just threw it too close to the rim for Hackman to control it. And here comes Tech the other way. Moore nearly intercepts the pass. Instead, they work it up top to Varnado. Cameron back to Whitted, jabs right, goes left, behind the back dribble, cannot escape the defender. The help comes. It's knocked away initially by Myers, but Tennessee Tech recovers off the drive. Cameron takes the bump, no call, rebounded off the miss by Silabonge. Right side, Moore forces the issue, kick out. Myers fakes, elbow jumper, pure.
Great fake. Great fake by Myers. The Tennessee Tech guy bid on the fake. Easy deuce for Myers.
Myers, the third Hilltopper in double figures now with 11 the lead, extended to 14 WKU on a 7-0 run over the last 3 minutes. Florence spins at the elbow, lost it being guarded by Hackman, and now they have to reset up top with Cameron with 5 on the shot clock. Moore guards him loosely. Cameron tees off from the top of the key and buries it. Quick timeout taken by Coach Pelfrey as well. Lead cut back down to 11. That was a much-needed response off the hand of Makai Cameron. And when you're one of those few guys that are back for the Golden Eagles, you got to figure you're going to be the one that they lean on for those responses in times like that.
Absolutely, and Cameron's a good shooter. He knocked one down earlier today. But they've got talent on this team. Tennessee Tech's going to be a very good team by the end of the season, Tyler. They're deep, they're very athletic. They just got to get used to playing together as a team. Like we talked about, 13 new players on a team. That's going to take time to gel.
And just 6 for 21 from outside. They're not going to shoot it that poorly for the rest of the season. If what they did last year tells us anything, this is going to be a team. They've generated some open looks. You make 2 or 3 more of those, this is a completely different ballgame.
completely different. And they're going to do a much better job of turnovers and cutting down on the turnovers as the season goes on as well. They just got to get used to playing with different teammates. Nobody's going to look polished this time of season with the first game. They're up to 15 of those turnovers, and WKU has been keen to take advantage, winning that battle in points off turnovers 21-7. 14-point edge in that department, and an 11-point edge as we get back underway after the timeout. Both teams with 2 remaining in this one. Ryan Myers holds it on the right wing, now sends it over to Newell. Jabs left, goes right, cut up at the free throw line. Hands it off Boone. The freshman gets inside, missed that layup long. The Hilltoppers have missed a few down around the rim. Much better job defending without fouling in this half by Tennessee Tech. Down low, Whitted all the way to the rack, and it's sent all the way into the cheerleaders from behind as Moore swats it out of bounds. Good job by Moore. Snuck on him from behind, as you can see here. Offensive player wasn't looking for it. Here he comes, boom. Stay with Tech though as Whitted hands it off, and then stepping on the sideline, slipping up over there was Florence. And there's turnover number 16. I'll tell you, that's been the difference in the game up to now. 16 turnovers. That's just a killer. That's why WKU's up by 11 right now. Both teams shooting 38%. And miraculous for Tennessee Tech, although it's because of all of the free throws. If you look at just the box score, you see they've only taken 2 less shots. But it's all those free throws WKU have taken. Newell fires from the left corner. They'll say it was inside the arc for 2, but he swished it home regardless. Newell's extremely talented. The problem is if he starts heating up from outside, they're going to have to come out and try to cover him. He's just going to drive right past you. 2 for 5 from the floor now. He's got 8 points. Ball stuck on the baseline out of the double team. Nice find to Cameron. He can't get it to go. Rattles off from up top, and it's rebounded down low by the Bowling Green native Unseld. Here comes Boone the other way. Freshman to freshman layup, no good. Boone has been very aggressive on those drives, but just 1 for 7 from the floor now. And it's turned right back over as the pass was off the mark. Thought McPherson was going to keep going to the corner, but he held up, and it's fired out of bounds. Hey, it looks like we've got a timeout here. 13-point lead for the Hilltoppers. 54-41, 11:25 left to go in this one. Tennessee Tech going to need their run, and they're going to need it soon. Second-year head coach Hank Plonin and his Hilltoppers looking to win their first season opener under Hank Plonin. It would be their 73rd all-time win and a season opener. The Hilltoppers have been fairly dominant in that regard over the years. 72-32 coming into this season. Tennessee Tech 7 straight losses in openers, a lot of them to SEC teams, the likes of Tennessee, Georgia, Vandy thrown in there as well. Tech gonna have to battle back. They trail it 54-41 to WKU right now. We talked about it going into the break, Greg, but 17 turnovers now for the Golden Eagles. WKU, they've only got 5 assists, but they've only turned it over 8 times. And 5 turnovers for Tennessee Tech in the last 5 minutes. That's been their Achilles heel tonight. Started the second half on a run, cut it down to 5 points, but it has been all WKU since that point. Grant Newell brings it up for the Hilltoppers. He's got 8 points for the game. Murdoch's trying to get it. He's been excellent off the bench. Got into some foul trouble early, but now 10 points, 4 rebounds, and one of those 5 assists. He holds it at the top of the key, guarded loosely by Owens. Under 10 seconds left on the shot clock. Outside Newell, looks down low, drives, inside, fakes left, goes back right. Spinning jumper, gets the bounce off the glass. Newell nodding after the fact. He had a feeling that it was going to find its way through, and he's into double figures now with 10. See, Newell's a guy who from 10 feet in, he's going to be able to get his shot off easily every time. With his height and explosion off the floor.
Owens has it knocked away, gets it back to Varnado, now sends it into the left corner. Ball whipped around into the hands of Slatton. Now it's dropped off into the corner. Varnado, his three-pointer no good, and Newell chases down the rebound. Brings it up himself, right side, Murdoch's extra pass dropped initially, but Silabonge recovers, and he's got 14 points.
Right place, right time for Silabonge. He's always around the rim, Tyler.
Lead swelling now for WKU. It's 58-41, WKU on a 6-0 run over the last 2 minutes. Foul call, and Coach Plonin didn't like it.
The foul is on the Hilltoppers, number 3, Cam Hafner, his first.
Got him with the arm. Right there. There you go.
Number 7, Dewan Nichols.
Contact
was
to the
on
head.
Hafner. I don't know if they got the right guy there.
Yeah, I think they're wrong on that one.
For the
Hafner
call.
wasn't close to the play.
Unless it was off the ball, I'm not for sure. Regardless, the inbound comes in off the foul to Juwan Nichols. He kicks it out to Owens, right back to him. He's isolated down there against Silabonge. Now the double team comes. Murdoch knocks it away. He's got another steal. That's what he does.
Murdoch's been very, very active tonight.
Terrian Murdoch swings it out. Catch and shoot. Hafner left it off the right side, and it goes out of bounds. Back to Tech. If you've ever heard the term quick trigger for a shooter, well, that's Cam Hafner. He's got that Klay Thompson. He'll catch it and let it go. There's no hesitation. On the block, spinning jumper, Florence Bill defended by Hafner, and he gets the rebound for his troubles as well. Here comes Murdoch, sealing off, gets the free throw line, stops, tries to pivot around. That was good help that time by Nichols to force the miss. And now here comes McPherson, drops it off to Florence. Right block, muscles through, goes around the baseline, back to Florence through 3 defenders. Contact, no call, still being fought for, out of bounds. Finally, it'll stay with Tennessee Tech as Simona couldn't hold on.
I think the crowd wanted to travel. Right there.
I think the crowd wanted to travel, and Coach Pelfrey wanted a foul for the contact with Unseld down there. Neither gets their way, and it'll stay with Tennessee Tech after all that. Lob off the inbound. Have a day to Juwan Nichols.
We saw that play earlier in the game, Tyler. Both times WKU caught napping there. Not ready for that inbounds play.
Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. Left side, into the hands of Simona. Shot clock running low, WKU milking these possessions now. Physical drive that time, and finally getting the foul call is Boyd, and he'll go to the line for 2 free throws.
Good job by Boyd. You see it down in the post. He's being held. Gets fouled for the second time there. Second time he gets the whistle, though.
Appeared in 5 games for LSU last year after coming back from an ACL injury. The 7-foot senior scored 7 points in those 5 games. First of these 2 off the mark. WKU still just 1 free throw made in the second half. They started this game off 18 for 20 at the free throw line. They are 1 for 4 in the second half. But the lead has been extended since halftime, so it clearly hasn't hurt too much. Second free throw misses as well, and it's pulled down by Nichols.
2 times WKU's gone to the line and missed both free throws in the second half. So they've cooled off a little bit in that category.
Owens directing traffic, now sends it over to Slatton. He drives, spins, jumper over 2 defenders, swishes through.
Nice offensive move by Slatton with the 360 turn there.
Started his career at Ole Miss, now in his 4th year with the Golden Eagles.
I think we could see a run by Tennessee Tech here possibly, Tyler.
Edlin stuck on the elbow, sends it outside to Hafner. Driving right all the way to the rim, scoops it up and floats it through.
What a play with the one hand off the fingertips.
When somebody shoots it like Hafner, that's the last thing you expect.
Good job of finding the pick and took it all the way to the rack. Oh, Simona
nearly had the steal, but now it's picked up by McPherson. Leaves it off down low. Nice finish through traffic for Nichols.
What a play by Nichols there.
Now some pressure being applied by Tennessee Tech. Hafner going to be the one to have to bring it across. 60-47. Hackman left side. Boyd, another drive. That one pushed long. And it's finally chased down by Slatton, who tipped it initially. Inside, slips through multiple defenders, goes back to the left, and circuses that one home.
What a circus shot that was. From the right hand to the left and off the glass.
Here we go, 60-49 WKU. Hackman fouled as Slatton was trying to fight around the screen set by Boyd.
Offensive foul on the Hilltopper.
Business picking up. Tennessee Tech, they've made their last 4 shots in a row now. WKU still leading by 11, but it feels like the run on the verge for the Golden Eagles. They're going to need it with 7 minutes left to go. 60-49, WKU leading a Tennessee Tech team that was known so much last year for what they were able to do from 3-point range. But tonight, Greg, it's been all about what they've been able to do high flying around the rim. Another highlight dunk, the same inbound play, and they work it once more to Jawan Nichols.
Both times caught napping, the Hilltoppers, both times. And they got away with it the second time just as easy. There wasn't a guy within a foot of him.
And on the flip side, Tech just 6 for 23 from outside. WKU only 1 for 8 from deep. It has not been a clinic from either team. The Hilltoppers picking up where they left off when they lost in the Conference USA tournament against FIU. Went 1 for 18 in that game. The difference, obviously, the free throw shooting.
Absolutely. Big possession here for Tennessee Tech. They can cut it to single digits.
They've made their last 4 shots as we get back underway. Left side drive, spin, cut off. Now it goes into the right corner. Makai Cameron for 3. They've made 5 straight, and the lead is down to 8.
There's a guy you do not want to leave open. I believe that's his 3rd of the second half. 3rd 3.
Makai Cameron was our player to watch coming in. He's into double figures now with 10, and 3 makes from outside. Hackman sends it over to Boone into the corner. Edlin tries to answer for WKU, left short. Ball is knocked out, and Cameron is the one to chase it down. Brings it down the right wing, has the mismatch against the big. Beautiful bounce pass down low. Nichols the beneficiary. Timeout WKU. 6 straight makes for Tennessee Tech. They're on a 9-0 run. The lead has dwindled to 6.
Hank Plona could not call a timeout fast enough. 9-0 run right now. They've cut it to 6. Tennessee Tech, great pass. Wide open, and the easy deuce at the rack.
I think there everybody got caught napping, watching Cameron in that isolation against ODI, the big, expecting him to go to work. Makai Cameron has played an excellent second half, as you mentioned. Now up to 10 points, couple of assists, 3 rebounds. It's been complete opposites when it comes to the assist department. We said a key for WKU was to move the ball. They've only got 6 assists in this game, 16 for a Tennessee Tech team that led the OVC in assists last year, but lost the conference's top passer in Jalen Johnson, who was one of their many key transfers. It's been a team effort in that assist department, and all of a sudden, they've cut this to a 6-point game.
Full court press here.
Tegan Moore brings it down for WKU, leaves it for Hackman, gets a defender in the air, missed the layup. Ball batted around, and it's ruled to stay with WKU. We had talked about this just between us during the last break. Got to figure Tegan Moore is going to look to get involved in a big way late in this one. Just 5 points on 1 for 5 shooting. He gets it left side off the inbound, goes to work. Foul called, count it. Sometimes us broadcasters know what we're talking about.
You called that one right. You must have known something, Tyler. Here's the play. Gets him on his hip, goes strong to the rack. Western Kentucky's got to get more and more involved. No pun intended.
It's the 4th foul on Nichols as well, 6th against Tennessee Tech. So WKU in the bonus for the final 5:55 of this one. Moore 3 for 4 at the free throw line. Make it 4 for 5 as the Hilltoppers break the run and push the lead back out to 9.
This game is up for grabs right now. Tremendous momentum on the side of Tennessee Tech, and there's the turnover again.
Owens throws it away, and then Moore kicks it away. Frustrated at himself as he nearly runs into the fans on the near side. Can't believe he couldn't hold on. 19th turnover for Tennessee Tech. Golden Eagles just fortunate it doesn't turn into anything.
It's that one missed shot. It's that one rebound off somebody's hand. It's that one turnover. All these things add up over a game and can make a difference at the end.
Pounds now into the ball game for Nichols. Danny Pounds also has 4 fouls. No real foul trouble for WKU as Pounds gets it on the left elbow. Back to Owens. He's left all alone for three. Was totally lost there. There was a miscommunication. Tegan Moore stayed down low, and Owens sprung wide open on the right side.
6-point game. The defensive intensity is picked up by the Tennessee Tech Golden Eagles here, clearly.
And offensively, they've made 7 straight shots.
They're on a hot streak.
Newell gets inside, lost it, kicks it out. Fake by Hackman, guarded by Owens. Bumped on the way to the basket, and he'll go to the line for one and the bonus.
I'll tell you what, you can see the possession here. A couple of these could have been called an offensive foul with a push-off. There was one.
I think Hackman got away, too, with that back arm sealing off.
Absolutely.
I don't think he's got any complaints, though, with ending up at the line. Just 1 for 6 from the field so far in this one.
I'll tell you one thing, Coach Pelfrey isn't happy about that last call.
He's now up to 997 career points. When you go back to the 995 he put up at Jones College last couple of years. Not D1, but I know he's counting them for himself. Scored over 20 points 11 times last season there at Jones College, where he was an 84% free throw shooter. And in both of those, and the lead is 8.
Myers in for the Hilltoppers. He's been a spark plug for the Hilltoppers tonight.
They've got 3 of their 4 double-digit scorers in, the exception being Bryant Silabonge. Owens left side, operates off the screen, leaves it off down low, wildly misfired by Pounds. And here comes WKU the other way. Murdix hesitates right side all the way to the rack. Can't finish, missed it long. Offensive rebound, and there's Tegan Moore cleaning up on the opposite side.
There you go. Ever since you brought that up, Tyler.
He's into double figures with the putback, 10 points and 5 rebounds. Owens sends it over on the left wing. And they go up top to Pounds. Back into the corner. Cameron thought about it for a moment. Guarded out there by Tegan Moore. Drives right, keeps it right all the way, and is bumped, trying to kick it out to Owens at the 5th foul against WKU. First foul on Newell.
Little bit of a reach in there by Moore.
Again, I think that they said the foul was on Newell. I think that's another one that was off. I agree with you that was on Tegan Moore. Wouldn't be a huge deal, would just be a second foul. But then another one where I think they got the wrong guy with it. Owens will inbound. Off the inbound, Whitted wide open for 3, and he clangs it home from the right wing. WKU had all their eyes inside after all those alley-oops, and Whitted took advantage with a right wing tray.
There's one guy you got to know where he's at on the floor. Whitted's very, very talented. He could take it to the rack, and he showed he could shoot the 3 there as well.
That's his second triple, 7 points, 6 rebounds, and 3 assists in his Tennessee Tech debut. Murdix drives in against Owens, just flips it up as he's falling down, missed it. Another offensive rebound for 6'5" Tegan Moore, and another putback good.
He's raising his level at the right time for the Hilltoppers. They needed the lift, and he's delivered.
Owens sends it out off the drive. What a tough finish from Danny Pounds. These two teams, Greg, trading blows right now.
Pounds just powering the ball to the rack. Great finish.
It's a heavyweight fight. Who is going to land the knockout punch? Murdix off the screen, sends it out. Newell fakes the 3. Back out Murdix with 12 on the shot clock. Guarded by Montu. Left corner, catch and shoot. Newell, quick trigger, bang!
Newell has really picked it up tonight on the offensive end. He's been a difference maker.
These two teams have come to life here in the final 10 minutes. Owens a deep 3. Off the heel, no. Murdix pulls it down. Pass deflected. Owens thought it then hit the hand of Hackman, or at least was trying to sell that to be the case, but it'll stay with WKU when we come back from this break. Under 3 minutes left to go. Both teams firing on all cylinders. It's WKU leading it by 10, but Tennessee Tech far from out of this ballgame. There was some first day rust here in Bowling Green, season opener across the country in college basketball. WKU and Tennessee Tech both shot about 35% in the first half. In the second half of action, WKU shooting 50%, Tennessee Tech 54% overall and 5 for 10 from outside, but they've only gained 3 points from that halftime deficit at 72-62 with 2:56 left to go in this ball game. Tyler Eaton and Greg Davis, so happy to join you from inside Diddle Arena courtside, taking things in from John Oldham Court. The Hilltoppers will have it on a baseline inbound. Huge possession here for both teams.
Huge possession. Tennessee Tech really needs a defensive possession here to cut into that lead and get it back to single digits. And time's running out.
Newell flared off a screen, but it was cut off well by Jacoby Whitted. Pass nearly knocked away, but Murdix recovers against Owens. 10 seconds left to go on the shot clock. Murdix inside, gets around Owens, scoops it in and scores. First game in 2 years, and Murdix has been the difference maker. They are plus 26 with him on the floor tonight.
Unbelievable. He's done a tremendous job of getting everybody involved in the offense, plus finishing at the rim.
What a beautiful hop step from Danny Pounds. He had the big highlight reel flush earlier that time, was able to step through and get the response to go to cut the lead back to 10. Tennessee Tech have made 10 of their last 12 shots, but they're going to have to find an answer on the defensive end. That's what we talked about coming into this ball game last season. This is a team that held teams under 70 points in total just 8 times, and all of them came in conference play. Not a single non-conference game did they hold a team under 70. WKU already over that mark. Somewhere, somehow, a stop or two are going to have to factor into this for the Golden Eagles.
I agree. I think you're going to see them press quite a bit coming up here to try to get back in this. The Times, they're a big opponent here right now. You only got 2 minutes and 20 seconds, and you got a 10-point spread. That's an awful lot to make up in a very little amount of time.
The only positive right now, if you're on the Tennessee Tech side, is WKU went 18 for 20 at the free throw line in the first half. They're just 4 for 8 in the second half. Once that becomes a factor, the Hilltoppers in the bonus, it'll take 3 more fouls to make that a double bonus situation. Only foul trouble still out there on the floor is in the form of Pounds, who with that layup up to 8 points. As Murdix will bring it across. The graduate transfer leading the charge, and he's fouled out near half court. That one a pretty quick blocking foul that is called against Montu. And it'll be 2 free throws for Terrian Murdix, who was 2 for 3 at the stripe today. In just 17 minutes, he's racked up 12 points, 6 rebounds, a couple of assists, and a steal as well.
Hey, he's done everything except sell popcorn tonight, Tyler. He's done a tremendous job.
And I'm sure if they needed him to do it, he'd step in.
Oh, absolutely. And he's done a good job of putting pressure on the ball for the opposing team as well, defensively. So he's played well on both ends of the courts. He's been a difference maker tonight for the Hilltoppers.
Makes the first free throw as WKU now with all 5 of their double-figure scorers out. Their second one misses, so it's an 11-point game. Cameron brings it down the left side against Moore, kicks it out. Owens off the dribble, Murdix cuts it off. Cameron left corner 3, pang!
We know that guy could shoot. Do not leave him open in the corner. You could count it every time.
Now 10 makes from outside in the second half. Or excuse me, 6 in the second half, 10 for the game. But they have really dialed it in after going just 4 for 17 in the first half from deep. Newell gives it up on the baseline. Silabonge, double team comes. Newell gets the defender in the air. Count the basket and the foul. And that might just seal it.
What a play by Newell. And he uses the left hand when he goes in. Goes in strong and still gets it to fall. He is a strong presence at the rim when you get him down low. He can finish.
He takes the team lead now with 16 points. How about this? After that exhibition against UAB where he shoots 2 for 14 from the floor, 5 for 8 for the Hilltoppers, and has been perfect from the free throw line as well. 1-2, thought about a three, doesn't take it. Cameron tees off from deep. That one wedges off the left side, rebounded down low by Moore, and the Hilltoppers can start to ice this away as Varnado has to foul from behind.
This is going to become a free throw shooting contest from here on out, the last minute 18.
WKU 24 for 31 at the free throw line. Shot it at 72% last year as a team. Moore drills the first. He's now 5 for 6, up to 13 points. We have mentioned it, late in this second half was sitting there 5 points, 1 for 5 from the floor. He's made his last 3 shots. Since then had an and one, a couple of putbacks, and now back to the free throw line where he's most comfortable.
He's been a big part of this 13-point lead. It was very close, and then he elevated his game, and it's made a difference.
Knocked away, stolen. Newell makes the step-in transition, but what a recovery by Varnado to knock it off his body and force the turnover.
What a great defensive play, and he didn't foul him. Usually the defensive player always fouls him in that situation. Great presence.
Varnado sends it left side, catch and shoot that one off the mark from Whitted, and Moore reels it in with a minute left to go. Crowd coming to life here inside Diddle Arena as they can start to sense it. Myers left side, Murdoch's double team comes to Moore, slices through, missed the layup, and he'll go to the line for 2 more.
The big difference in Moore this second half, as you see the play, he's been willing to take the ball to the rack. You've seen him get on the free throw line and be successful. That's been a big difference here the last 10 minutes of the game.
WKU last year, one of the worst shooting teams in Conference USA, second to last, shooting 42% from the floor. They went 15-2 in shooting at least 40%. They've gotten it up to 44% for the game after shooting 35% in the first half. And with a 6-0 run that's been pieced together, they've now got an 82-67 lead. On the baseline, Whitted drive, sends it out far side, Moore to flex it. The official there boxing out against both Tegan Moore and Ty Owens. So with 17 seconds on the shot clock, it'll stay with the Golden Eagles. And now the last Hilltopper to get minutes. In this one, we'll check into the forward of Cade Stinnett. All 15 available players after 14 played in the first half have now played in this game.
Both coaches have used their bench.
Right corner, clean look. That one missed long off the hand of Munn. 2 down low, fights to get it back, and he'll have a chance for 3 points the hard way. He's played a good game.
He's played a fantastic game. Very aggressive player, very talented, can shoot the 3, and as you just saw, he can finish at the rim as well.
He'll spin it and try the free throw, and a 13-point game, and now cuts it to 12, giving 13 points to tie Makai Cameron for the team high. If you would have told Coach Pelfrey coming in, hey coach, your squad's gonna knock down 10 threes and you're gonna hold the Hilltoppers to just 2, you'd think you're walking out with a double-digit win.
Yes.
Instead, it's WKU up by 12, holding it here for the final possession. Stinnett tries a 3, rattles off, no good. Tip, no. It's rebounded and thrown up. That one missed. The jam try, no good. Tegan Moore gonna take it to the rack, and it is swatted away by Varnado. What a chaotic finish to this game. WKU will take the chaos. We almost got a 60-footer to boot. I think all of that pretty much sums up this game. It was back and forth early. Neither team could find a rhythm in any way, shape, or form. Both squads really heated up in the final 10 minutes, but every time, Greg, Tennessee Tech looked like they were going to go on the run. WKU had an answer.
Tennessee Tech would make a run, and then each time WKU would pick up that defensive presence and intensity and was able to weather the storm and come away with the win tonight.
5 players in double figures for WKU in this one, led by 16 apiece from Tegan Moore and Grant Newell making his WKU debut. Bryant Silabonge led the way in the first half with 12 points, finishes with 14, 11 from Ryan Myers, and then our player of the game, Tarian Murdoch, 13 points, 6 boards, a couple of assists, was very efficient from the field, 5 for 7 from the floor, had a steal as well, and really at times was dictating the tempo entirely. If WKU wanted to speed it up, he sped it up. If they wanted to slow it down, he was the one to slow it down.
He did a tremendous job tonight of getting the offense going, playing under control, and as we said earlier, I mean, Murdoch has been out for 2 years. This was his first game in 2 years. I mean, granted, he played some exhibition games previous week or so, but to come back in your first game and have this type of performance, and like we talked about, he's about 70, 75% at best right now. Think of this guy getting stronger and being at 100%. You've got a great guard on this team.
Injured 3 minutes into the 2023 Southland Tournament title game on March 8th of 2023. He returns and is player of the game in the first game of the year on the Tennessee Tech side. 13 points apiece, leads the way from Muntu as well as Cameron. WKU up next goes on the road to Eastern Kentucky next Monday. Tennessee Tech will try to bounce back on the road against Charlotte. That game will take place this Friday. It will also be broadcasted on ESPN+. For my partner, Greg Davis, our entire ESPN Plus crew, all of you for watching, I'm Tyler Eaton. Thank you for joining us for Conference USA Basketball.